Okay, let's take a look at how the driving directions work from the point of view of the technician who is on the app, whether it's a tablet or an iPad. So you're going to be on your day's calls list, and the location of where you're going is going to be underlined. So that means it's a link. So if I click on it, I'm going to get a pop-up. The pop-up will have three options: the map, get driving directions, and then text the address to the technician's cell. So the view the map, that's the way that the software worked before. It's just a static map with a pin location for the address, so you can kind of see what part of town you're in, or you're going to. The next option is to get driving directions. This is what we're talking about. So what this is going to do, when I click on this is going to prompt you and say, well, which driving direction app, or map do you want to use? And so I'm on an iPad here, at least for my screenshots. And what we're going to do here is we are going to pick the default iPad one. But if you had other apps, it would appear in this list. So if I go ahead and click next, now what P3 has done is it's passed that address of your customer, their service location, to the program. It's popped up here on the map, and then if you have your location services on, it'll prompt you if you don't, but if you have it on, it's then going to show your starting location and then give you the multiple ways that you can get there. And then you'll have your settings, like are you going to avoid the tolls, highways, things like that. So all standard stuff. So we're not reinventing this wheel here of doing directions and the mapping and all that kind of stuff. All we're doing is talking to it and integrating to it. And so then at that point you have your couple different options, and then all you got to do is click the one that you want. So I'll click on this one, and then here I have my driving directions, and I can see what it's going to tell me to do and all the steps and all that good stuff. Now if you want to go back to the app. Up here in the upper left hand corner, you got a little back arrow going back to P3, so let's go ahead and click that, and then we're back to our today's calls list. So let's go ahead and click the link again, and now we'll talk about the third option, which is to text the address to the technician's cell. So we're going to take the same, 12999 Murphy Road and send it to the technician's cell. So if I click on this, it's going to pull the technician's cell. Obviously this is a fake cell number, but it's going to pull whatever phone number is attached to the technician's record, right? So you go to settings, users, technician, so there's a phone number there. If that's their cell number, this is where it's going to go, or at least pull it as a default. So you do have the ability, let's say that technician is driving, there's somebody else in the truck. Okay, we'll hand it over to them. They can, tap into the cell, blank it out, type in their own cell phone number, click send a text, and then it'll go to their cell phone. So you have some flexibility. So it's not, hard-coded or anything. It's just a starting point. Now, everything that I've shown you so far, is free of charge. It doesn't cost you anything to integrate with the apps that are on your iPads or tablets. Now, if you want to text, you have to have the texting module enabled for your company. So if that's enabled, that service is active through P3, then you're good to go. You'll be able to text this. So let's go ahead and click text and take a look at what it looks like on the phone. So on the phone, you might have had this, hey, we got a new call to your schedule, right? If you're getting texting, and then you'll get a message here. It says, click the address to get map driving directions for Nathan Jones at, the address. And so this is the customer, and this is the address of the call. And as you can see, it's a link. So when you click on it, it's going to say, what do you want to open with? So it's going to pull whatever apps it thinks. Now, obviously, my phone's not too smart because I have no idea what that is. And obviously, Zoom's not a map app, but luckily it has my Google Maps here. So I'm going to go ahead and click this. And, I can click always if I want to, lock that in. So now at this point, it's going to pull up my Google's map, and here it is. It's here's the pin on the location, and then here is the address. You can kind of see up in the bar, it's already preloaded. And now what you have is, you have all of your normal, mapping functionality. You're in that app at this point. So if I want to, I can click on the blue directions, and then it's going to say, what's my starting point? So I can put my cursor in there, and then it could say, what's your current location. If you got location services on, choose location, or if you have, one of these addresses. So I'm gonna just say pick my location. Okay, in this case, I don't have my location services on, so you can say, while using the app this time, or deny it. If you deny it, you're not going to be able to use that. You're going to have to type in an address, right? So maybe I'm going to only click only this time. Now it's loaded. It's found me. So now here I am. Interesting, this was 7 minutes. The other one said 9 minutes. But that being said, it has a course mapped out for you, and there's other options up top here, right, if you're gonna do that. And again, that's just all a function of whatever app you're using, right? There's nothing special. We're not doing anything special. Our part's over with. We send you the link to here. At this point, this is all just using your map app, and then all you gotta do is click start, and now same thing, you're at Corporate Drive and going there. So we'll have a bonus question for the significance of that address. If anybody knows what that address, that 12999 Murphy Road signifies, you can hit that in the comments or on the help desk. Give us your guess there. But overall, that's how it'll work. So you got two options. You have the ability to use the iPad and connect to the app on the iPad, or send it to the technician's cell phone and let the technician use the app on his cell. So it's all about preference, right? Everybody has their preference for what type of app they want to use, and that's all we're doing. We're just trying to connect to the app that you want to use and you probably already use today. Then if you have, right, you got the directions and the voice here, great. If you're connected to Bluetooth to your truck or van, great. Now you're gonna have driving directions going over your speaker, so you can go hands-free. You don't have to look at anything. It's gonna tell you what to do, right? So you got a lot of good stuff. And again, this is just a really good feature to complement our dispatching functionality, make it easier for the guys out in the field, and also to get a good estimate as to how long it's going to take to go. Because once we start seeing this, and once we have this, well, guess what? Now as we integrate all of our new texting capability, we can get more accurate with our responses to the customer. Hey, am I going to be there in 15 minutes, 7 minutes, 35 minutes? What's it saying? Oh man, I'm supposed to be there in 15 minutes, but this says, oh, I guess there's a big accident or something. It's going to be 45 minutes, right? Now I'm in a position to be able to do something about it. You can use the texting, feature to, text the customer, text your dispatcher, tell them what's going on, and then you just get on the road and drive, and then they can kind of handle it from there. So if you have any questions, please let us know, and we hope you enjoy this feature.